All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. So we have a new series starting today, and this one was inspired by Alex Simo. You guys know him. He's one of the biggest Yu-Gi tubers in the space. In this series, Stango will be testing me on my vast Yu-Gi-Oh knowledge by taking real Yu-Gi-Oh cards and changing something about them to throw me off. So it could be the attribute, the type, the attack, the defense, the effect. Something about the card is off, and I'll have to figure out exactly which part of the card it is. And I believe you have some modern cards, right, Stango?
Yes, so we have some modern cards, and there's also another caveat. We wanted to make sure, well, especially I wanted to make sure it wasn't too easy, because obviously if we're doing a show under the premise that I've modified something about the cards, another wrench I threw into Frazier's plans, I told him, I was like, I just may show you a card that isn't changed at all. I just might be playing on your emotions. You might get all paranoid and start thinking real cards are fake cards. So that's actually another aspect to it as well, is that I can change anything I want, but I could also leave it completely unchanged. And then Frazier just be sitting here sweating. He's thinking he's looking at a fake card when he's looking at something real the whole time. So
that's diabolical.
It's either fake or real.
Right.
The kind of rules of the game that I really stipulated is we're dealing with a lot of different variables because Yu-Gi-Oh has reprints and different card text and wordings and stuff like that. So we're kind of just focusing on the meat and potatoes. If Frazier thinks one line of card effect is a little suspect, all he has to really tell me is generally what he thinks is different about it. He doesn't need to know the exact wording or anything like that. Right. We're not worried about being hyper specific. Just can you spot the fake part or can you spot the real part? Additionally, for cards that have different like erratas and reprints, all we're really doing to keep it consistent, because we're dealing with old cards to new cards, whatever the most recent printing is, whatever the most common printing you would see today, because obviously if I did a card like Necro Valley, that card has
Please
literally like 11 different.
Do not do Necro Valley. That's
like,
so
Necro Valley
diabolical.
has 11 different reprints, and they all generally say a different thing at one point.
Yeah.
So if I did Necro Valley, I would use the most recent printing of Necro Valley, and then if I wanted to modify something on that card, I would do it from there at that point.
Also, I'll say this, for modern cards, I don't know what modern cards do. Like, I genuinely don't know what they do. The only thing I'll do for modern cards is say, I think that this particular part of it is wrong. I won't be able to correct it because I've never seen the card to begin with. But like, if you put up a picture of Stratos, I know what Stratos does, or I should. So I know what Stratos does. I know his attack, his defense, his attribute, his type, all that stuff. So I can correct Stratos. But when it comes to modern cards, because they all seem wrong to me anyway, I just have to figure out which line or which part of it is the most egregious and just not real. That is the game. It's very simple.
And that was the main thing that I really wanted to get across, is that, like, you know, for any card, as long as you can tell what part of a card is fake and you can give me the rough idea, it doesn't need to be to the start of the word, to the period, exactly correct. I'll give you some leniency because obviously we were dealing with a lot of different variables. But that's honestly how this started. You know, originally we were only going to do modern.
Yeah.
And I asked Frazier, I was like, do you want to just do modern? And he's like, well, I just know all the other cards anyway, don't I? LOL. And I was like, well, do you?
And I took that personally. So now we're doing all cards, I guess. Everything's up for grabs. Let's see. Let's just get into it. I'm excited. I want to start. I just want to start trying to figure out what is what.
Sounds great. So, Frazier, I'm going to take you through a journey of time. Just like how me and Cairo, we do a cream circuit where we actually play specific formats of Yu-Gi-Oh's time in a like 1st to 7 kind of format. I'm going to take you and explain the rules to you. I've got 5 different formats and eras of Yu-Gi-Oh to go through. We're going to be going through Goat, Edison, Tengu, Hat format, and then modern.
Oh god.
There's going to be 2 cards per era for a total of 10 cards.
10 cards.
Are you ready?
Yep, I'm ready. I'm ready.
Let's go ahead and start with the first one. Please go ahead and narrate and read the card that you see. The name, all the different aspects of the card that I can change.
I will absolutely.
Here we go.
All right.
Card number 1 from Goat formats.
Okay, Gyaku Gire Panda, 3 stars, Beast Effect Earth. Increase the attack of this card by 500 points for each monster on your opponent's side of the field. When this card attacks with an attack that is higher than the defense of your opponent's defense position monster. That is so wordy. Back then they were so, like, that is so wordy. Inflict the difference as battle damage to your opponent's life point. So basically what this guy does is he tramples, he pierces. His piercing.
Correct.
I know this effect to be true and I do know that he's a beast. Everything, oh, this is hard already. Everything about this, because I don't play goats. So I think his attribute is correct. I do think his attribute is correct. I think his name is right. The name I'll never have to guess, but the name is right. The star level, I think the star level is right because he was out long before Rescue Cat, so there was no fear of like Rescue Cat getting 2 of these or whatever. Yeah, Beast seems right. And I know he gets bigger based on the number of monsters your opponent has on the field. And I also want to say his base attack that you have there is also correct. Now, I'll ask you this. Did you change any of the sets they came out of?
So, for all the, like, let's just say, factory, like, printing stuff of cards, like what set
the
it's
serial
in,
number, I don't have to guess that, right?
No, that's ridiculous. We're not doing
I agree, because
especially
would
due
not
to
know.
the fact as well, we're not doing original prints.
Right.
So I can't give you, like, the Shonen Jump promo of Stratos, because you may know, like, the number of that necessarily. Yeah. But yeah, we're not doing any of that. So those 2 sections will never be modified.
All right. So I will say this. Everything on this card looks correct, and I can vouch for everything except that defense. So either this card is just 100% accurate, and this is just a real card as is, and there's nothing wrong with it, or the defense being 16 is too high. And I want to say, now I won't be able to tell you what the defense should be.
Okay.
But I want to say the defense is wrong. I'm going to go with that as my final answer. I think the defense on this card is wrong.
Do you want to add any kind of modifier? Do you think it's higher or lower?
I think it's too high. It just 1600 for this monster. My best friend when we grew up, I used to play Triple Scapegoat, and he would summon this on me, and never once have I thought that the defense was 1600. I think the defense is egregious. That is way too high in my opinion. I'm going to say the defense is wrong.
Drumroll, please. You, Frazier, pride yourself on being a Yu-Gi-Oh expert, one of the best Yu-Gi-Oh players of all time. Many tops, many victories, a great and storied career. However, you're starting off this series with not a great start, because unfortunately your answer of the defense being lower than the printed card here is incorrect. And now I will reveal, is this a real or fake card?
Oh God.
This is in fact a fake Yu-Gi-Oh card. As you can see with Gyaku, Gaia, Panda, he has a hyphen in his name between Gyaku and Gaia.
This is fucking outrageous. Wait, that is outrageous. All right, chat. I feel like I just got G'd. That's okay. We're playing like that. We're doing hyphens now. We're doing okay. All right. I see how you're playing. You're playing a nasty game.
There is no honor in this.
You are playing a nasty game, bro.
You need to be locked in.
You're playing a nasty game. That's fine. I'll take the L on that one. Oh, I'm 0-1. It's fine. We'll make it up on the back end. But that was nasty. Anyway, let's go to the next one.
Absolutely. What's your hope for your score here? Are we looking to get 50% or more? What's the score?
I would like to get. I would like to get
right now.
I would like to get 50% or more. That would be ideal. I'm not happy about what you did here, though. I'm not happy about that. I think that is BS. Let me know in the comments how you guys feel about that. But I think that this is BS. I think that this is BS. What I will say though, I was wrong either way. I thought that the card had different defense, and it clearly just has, like, that is its defense. I never looked at his defense because I've never seen it in defense mode, I guess. But you got me 100% on that. But that name, diabolical. Let's move on. Let's move on.
Let's move on to card number 2. Still in the GOAT format era of cards.
Yeah, I'm the weakest probably in GOATs and Modern. So in the beginning and the end, I'm not going to be that strong because I don't really play these formats. I don't play Modern at all, but...
Right, of course. Let's go ahead to card number 2. Please enunciate and read aloud.
Don Zaloog. Now I'm staring at the name scared because I feel like you shouldn't be... Okay, 4 stars, Dark, Warrior effect. When this card inflicts battle damage to your opponent, you can activate one of these effects. Discard one random card from their hand, send the top 2 cards of the deck to the graveyard, attack 1400, defense 1600. So... the name is right, the attribute is right, the star level is right, it is a warrior, it does discard a random card when it has the Spirit Reaper effect when it does battle damage, and it also says the top 2 cards of the deck is the other effect that you can choose to do. So all of that is correct. The attack is also 1400 because he's annoying, you can get him off of Tomato, and he gets on the bottom of the trap hole. The defense being 16, I swore that Don Zaloog had 1500 defense, but maybe I made that up. Maybe it really is 1600. I'm so stuck on defense again. It's either he either has 1500 defense or 1600 defense. I can't remember.
When it comes to older format cards, they did notoriously, have weak defense.
Yeah, but Don has high
cards.
He has high defense. I remember that specifically because you could set him and people would attack it with like a Mystic Tomato, and they'd end up having to discard a card from their hand. I remember that distinctly. So his defense is higher than 1400 because I know even a Zaloog attack in the face on Zaloog is disastrous. But the 1600...
Well, I mean, it all really depends then, Frazier. How much damage do they take when a Mystic Tomato attacks it? Do you remember that?
I know. This is hard. I'm going to say that this... Let me just double check. I'm going to say that this is real. I'm going to say that there's nothing wrong with this, but let me just double check. Let me read it one more time. When this card inflicts battle damage to your opponent, you can activate one of these effects, discard one random card from their hand, send the top 2 cards that are of their deck to the graveyard, and then like the name, the attribute. I'm confident in everything else. He's a Rota target, an effect monster. He's obviously dark. He's a Dark Scorpion. They're all dark. I'm going to say that this is real. This is exactly the way Zaloog was printed.
Okay. Final answer? Real card?
Yeah. I'm going to be so mad if his defense is actually 1500, but I'm just going to say this is real. Let's see the real thing.
Okay. Frazier, unfortunately,
you
did not believe in the heart of yourself as you always believe in the heart of the cards because the defense, in fact, is 1500. Oh my God.
I fucking knew it, chat. Oh, I should get a half point. I knew it, bro. I knew it.
When you attack a face-down Zaloog with a Mystic Tomato, you in fact take 100 damage, not 200, and discarding a card.
Oh, okay. All right.
I accept. I think we've been in a situation where maybe a little bit of our confidence has been shooketh. Our confidence has been a bit shooketh. After that hyphen, we're not the same.
I know. You scared me with that. Anyway, I did know. It's weird, though. Like, I knew it was the defense, and I know it was either 15 or 16. I couldn't commit to the 15, and yeah, I chose wrong. So there we go. That was a coin flip one. That one was a coin flip. Sometimes you win those, sometimes you lose those. Part of Yu-Gi-Oh. Let's move on.
All right. So now, GOAT format, to cap it off, we are 0-2 for GOAT format.
Yep.
Not too surprising. It's a format that we're not too well versed in.
Yeah.
Everything in that regard. Now we're on the Edison, and I'm going to be honest, viewers, if we don't get the Edison ones... we might be in trouble here.
Oh,
because getting that 50% or more after Edison, it's going to be problematic.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and start with card number 1 in Edison. And I think you're going to like this one. Possibly your favorite card ever in Edison format. God.
Oh, come the fuck on. Oh,
go ahead and read it aloud for the class.
Is this not a modern card? Black Garden, spell card, and it's a field spell. So it says, if a monster of monsters is normal or special summon face up, except by the effect of Black Garden, half its attack, then the controller of that monster special summons 1 rose token to their opponent's side of the field in attack position, and this attack loss remains... Okay, and then it gives the stats 800, 800, right? We know the tokens are 800, 800. They come out in attack mode. This attack loss remains even if this card leaves the field. You can target 1 monster in your graveyard with attack equal to the total attack of all plant monsters on the field. Destroy this card and as many plant monsters on the field as possible. Then, if you destroyed all of them, special summon that targeted monster. So this has a lot going on, and diabolically, you choosing this card. This is like, this is my most hated card in the format. I'm gonna have to really look at this to see like if anything stands out as wrong. So, okay, I read this over again. This is obviously not a card that I'm well versed in either, which is like, I guess your whole thing is just choosing fucking obscure cards like Black Garden, which I hate. Again, I cannot stress that enough. I hate that. The things that I can say are correct. Everyone knows like when a monster is summoned, Black Garden creates a token on the opponent's side of the field. It halves the attack of the monster that was summoned, and those tokens come out at 800, 800. All of that I'm like so good with. There might be like some small caveat of something that I don't really understand, but like from what I can tell, this just seems like what Black Garden does. It's just in a really obnoxious card with way too much text. Even the last effect where you can destroy all the plants on the field, that seems correct to me. I know that you can destroy all the tokens, and for each 800, like if you destroy 3 of them, you can summon back a Monarch, for example, because it's 800, 800, 800, it's 2400. You can summon back Kaias. Now, the part that is like slightly sketchy to me, and this is just me not ever paying attention to this card because I hate it, it says destroy as many plant monsters on the field as possible. That kind of seems a little bit like, I don't know if it does that. I don't know if my opponent has a Titanium and a Giga Plant on the field. If I can be like, I mean, I guess this would never come up because there's no 5200 attack monster, but like, would it actually kill their Titanium and their Giga Plant or whatever? The total attack of all. I think this is right. I think this is just Black Garden. I'll accept being wrong on this because I fucking hate this card, but I think that this is actually just Black Garden. I'm just gonna say it's Black Garden.
Final answer?
That's my final answer. Like I'm.
That's the final answer.
I do not care
any better than that.
No, because I genuinely, I know it's a field spell. The name is Black Garden. This is the picture, right? All of those things check out. There again, that last little.
By the way, the picture will never be modified. Pictures.
Yeah. We're not in the business of doing that. But anyway, I don't think I have anything else to like try. It's not going to really come to me. The control of that monster plus summon is 1 Rose token. Like even that, it could be called something else. Like I would not know if it's called Rose token. That's just way too granular of a detail.
Right.
I do know that it only halves attack. The monsters are level 2. Their attack and defense are 100. But in terms of like anything else, I don't know. I'm just gonna say final answer.
Well, considering how much you hate this card, you sure are a lover of it, because the answer of this is a real card is correct.
Oh my god.
This Black Garden is completely unchanged. There are no design changes whatsoever with this Black Garden. You know, this was my favorite one to do out of all of them because this was the easiest one. I feel like that you could say anything is made up on it.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to the token's description of what kind of attribute it is, what kind of level it is, because no one knows any of that.
I do actually. I do. I just randomly do know those things.
You did. You did know it was its level. So congratulations on that.
Yes.
That was a good guess.
Yes, we're 1-2, we're 1 and 2. We're 1 and 2.
Yep. We're getting back to that 50% range.
Yeah, we're trying.
One more Edison card. All right, let's see if we can clear Edison perfectly.
Here we go.
Next card.
Okay, Evil Hero Dark Gaia. Oh, this is bad because I don't know his star level, but I already want to say that star level looks wrong. I feel like you made it 9 stars. Is that not?
It is 9 stars on this card.
Okay, so Evil Hero Dark Gaia, Earth, 9 stars, Fiend Fusion Effect, 1 Fiend plus 1 Rock, must be spell summoned with Dark Fusion. The original attack of this card becomes the combined original attack of the materials used for its fusion summon. When this card declares an attack, you can change all defense position monsters your opponent control to face up attack position. Flip effects are not activated at this time. So I want to say the effect is perfect. The original attack of this card becomes the combined original attack. I know that. Must be special summoned with Dark Fusion. I don't recall. Hold on. Must be special summoned with Dark Fusion. Now, either we might have accidentally cheated someone on Master Disaster, I just realized, because if this is true, must be special summoned with Dark Fusion, I feel like Kenny and I played Future Fusion and like used this card to reveal and then sent a rock and a fiend, and the way this is written almost makes it seem like you can't do that. I'm not sure if what I'm even saying makes sense, but can you Future Fusion for this thing, chat? That's what I'm asking. Anyway, the effect seems seems correct.
For a judge in the middle of the show,
right? Because it's funny, we just recorded a Master Disaster episode with that Dark Hero deck that just got 3rd place at the NAWCQ. Kenny and I just did that with like mid-piece Golem. You know, me and you did a video with that years ago, and it was not a good one.
Yep. I do know that Dark Calling, I think the text on Dark Calling says the fusion summon with this card is treated as using Dark Fusion or something like that.
Right,
it does have a clause to that.
Yeah.
So I think you are right. I think you savagely cheated that random DB player.
Yeah, I might have. It happens. I will say the thing that sticks out the most, I never thought that this was a 9-star monster. Like, yes, he gets big, but never in my heart of hearts have I looked at Evil Hero Dark Gaia and been like, he's 9 stars. I could have completely overlooked him because people don't usually look at his star level. I feel like they mostly look at like, what's his attack stat? The part where he declares an attack, change all defense mission monsters your opponent controls to face up, flip effects are not activated this time. That is quintessential perfect because me and Kenny used him to kill somebody through Raiko. I am going to say my final answer is the star level is wrong. I think that so star level's wrong. That's my answer. Now, if I were trying to correct it, I would say that it's just 1 level over. I think the Dark Gaia is 8 stars, but I do think the star level is wrong.
So you're getting more specific. You think it's an 8-star, not just lower, but you think it's specifically 8.
Yeah, well, it's definitely not higher. it's definitely
you
not.
Think it's a 10-star?
Hell no, bro. Hell to the no. I do not think it's a 10-star. Yes, I am sure. If it's a 10-star, I'm not going to give up any more into this gaslighting fucking mechanic that you're doing right now. I'm going to say that this thing, God, you know what's scary though? The longer I stare at his star level, the more it starts to look real. But when you first showed it to me, immediately looked wrong. Like the star level stood out to me immediately when you first showed it to me. So I'm going to go with my gut here. It's a fiend, it's a fusion, it's an effect monster. It requires 1 fiend and 1 rock. Everything about this, except maybe that must be special summon with Dark Fusion line, because I genuinely just do not know. But everything about this looks correct, except the stars. Now, the attack I know is question mark, because its original attack becomes whatever based on what you used. The defense, it doesn't have defense. I know that too. I almost want to say that they're both question marks, but that's not the case because this doesn't modify its defense when it's summoned. So the defense is good too. Final answer, star level was wrong.
Alrighty. Frazier, you must have been playing a lot of Dragon Turbo recently, because it looks like you've been pitching a lot of Blue Eyes as Dragunity to steal Evil Hero Dark Gaia, because you are correct. Yes. It is an 8-star monster. Yes. There is no way you could be snatching or stealing this shit with any other monster. So congratulations on that guess.
Edison. Thank you, Edison. We tied it up.
Me and Luke, we really liked this one when I got feedback from him on the cards that I was presenting to you.
Yeah.
Because we both said no one's ever looked at the star count for Dark Gaia.
No,
that's
they
never
haven't.
Been a thing that's happened.
But you know what's weird about star levels? So because I see so many cards and I see the same cards over and over, this just looks wrong. You notice how fast I was on star level, right? Like
you are on star level very fast. I was surprised.
It was immediate, bro. It's because like you're just used to seeing something look a certain way, and it was just off in my memory. So I'm glad I got this one right. We tied it up. We're 2-2 now. Let's move on to, what is it, Tengu format? I'm ready.
Yes, we are on to Tengu format now. Another format that you have a handful of tops in, a handful of great placements.
Yep.
You may be expecting to see cards that you're familiar with, but maybe you won't. I guess we'll find out. Tengu format. Number 1, 2 for 2 for Edison. Congratulations, we're 2 for 2 total in the quiz.
Okay.
Tengu format, card number 1 coming to you now.
Oh god. Karakuri, Komachi, MDL 224 Ninishi. 3 stars, Earth. So that's right. Machine Tuner. That is also correct. 0 attack, 1900 defense. That seems correct. This card must attack if able. That's just a Karakuri thing. When this face-up card is selected as an attack target, changes battle position. While this card is face-up on the field, once per turn during your main phase, you can normal summon 1 Karakuri monster in addition to your normal summon or set. So everything looks right on this one. The attack and defense are correct. It's a machine and it is a tuner, and it does give you an additional normal summon, because I know you can go summon it and then summon the merchant, and the merchant will search a card, then you can make mature beast. So I do know that at the very least the effect, you got the effect right. It must attack if able. All Karakuris must attack if able. And then when it's selected as an attack target, I'm pretty sure it does change position. The only thing that I wouldn't know is the fucking name, and I really feel like the name thing is like BS, because I don't know if it's MDL 224. So I will humbly concede if that is the thing that you change. Like if you change the name of it, then by all means. I think this is real. Even the name Ninishi I think is correct. So I'm trying to think like what else would this be called, but I do think it's called Ninishi. So yeah, I'm going to say that this is real, and if you change the name, I accept, because I think the name is an unfair. That's just not fair, especially with a Karakuri. Like if you changed her name to something else.
This is a ridiculous name to change, I will say.
It is. It's
I'll agree with you.
It's OD. I'm just gonna say that this is
evil.
Listen, you are evil. I'm gonna say this is real as is. Let's just move on. Like, come on, give me the answer. What is it?
Okay, final answer. This is a real card.
This is a real card. I'm going with it. Machine Tuner. Yeah, I'm going with it.
Frazier, unfortunately, I think you have Ultimate Offering on your mind, because if you notice one thing about this card's line of text, you could normal summon additionally multiple times. There is a restriction on this card. You can only gain this effect once per turn.
Oh, okay. I forgot about that part where you could only gain it once per turn. Yeah, that is definitely something. So, okay.
This card would be ridiculous if you could just summon all 3 of them from your hand.
You know what? You're right. You're absolutely right. Because if Swap Frog and this card didn't have that once per turn thing, that would be OD, because you would be able to bounce Swap Frog, summon Unifrog, bounce Swap Frog, summon Flip Flop Frog, bounce Swap Frog, summon Treebone Frog. Like, that already sounds ridiculous. So I 100% concede that that is fair. That is very fair. I got that one wrong. I did not think about the fact that it is just once per turn, because that is a huge thing.
Yep. It's a huge thing to the card's part. So that's 1 point loss on the Tengu format. We're
2 for 3. Yeah.
2 for 3, right? 2 for 3. All right. Tengu format, card number 2. Here we go.
All right. Dragunity Dux. 4 stars. It is also wind, like all of the Dragunity monsters, as far as I know. Wing Beast, that is also correct. 1500 and 1000. It gains 100 attack for each Dragunity card you control. When this card is normal summon, you can target one level 3 or lower dragon Dragunity monster in your graveyard. Equip that target to this card. Oof. This is bad. I know that this guy does get stronger. I think he gets a little stronger than you put on now. I want to say he gains 200 attack for each Dragunity card you control, not 100 attack. The other thing I don't like is that you did Dragunity card, not Dragunity monster. I thought it, right? I thought it was Dragunity monster, not necessarily like you.
Oh, that's getting spicy.
That is a little spicy, right? Maybe I'm overdoing it, right? Now I'm overdoing it.
I like that though. I like the thinking.
Yeah,
because honestly, that's a sneaky thing to change.
That is a sneaky thing because gains 100 attack for each Dragunity card and gain 100 attack for each Dragunity monster is very different. I'm going to say he gains 200 attack for each Dragunity card, so that line I think is false. I think that the gain 100 attack for each Dragunity is the part that is wrong. I just feel like he goes to 1700 and then 1900, and I don't know why I think that. I did top a YCS. I got top 16 in a YCS. I'm pretty sure in 2011 with Dragunities when they first came out, and Konami did a feature on me for that. So it's been 14 years since I played Dragunities, but that part, the 100 attack, I just think that the 100 is too low. I'm going to say that that's wrong. I'm going to say that that line is wrong.
All right, so final answer, the 100 attack is incorrect. You actually want to specify further that it should be 200 attack in your mind.
That's what I think. Yeah, I think it's 200 attack, but I think that line is just wrong. So I'm going to say that this is a fake card because of that. Let's see.
Frazier, you would be correct. And another thing when it comes to Dragunity cards, remember, the Dragunity monsters make themselves equipped spells.
They do.
That's the reason why cards is specified instead of monsters.
Yep.
You are correct.
Oh my god.
It is 200 attack for each Dragunity card.
I was right. I felt something. I was like, that attack just seemed... This is a good change too, by the way, Stengo. Shout out to you for doing that. Very, very subtle thing like that. Most people would not get this one. So we're 3 for 3. We're tied now, which I'm very happy. I'm 50%.
Yeah, 50%. And honestly, when it comes to this change, this was another one I was pretty happy with because, you know, I did remember you had a Dragunity top.
Yeah.
So I did want to test you on that. And this also wasn't a card that I feel like is too in the forefront of people's minds when it comes to Tengu. So this is a good one.
Yeah, you did go with this one.
Now, hat format.
Oh God. There's no way.
Definitely a format of all time.
Of all time.
When it comes to cards. The card pool is expansively bigger since Tengu format. So we have a lot of things that we can look at. We're gonna go to half format now. Card number 1 coming your way.
Oh, Artifact Moralltach.
One of the faces of hat format.
It really is though. This is the artifact. This is the quintessential artifact. Light, 5 stars, so that's correct. Fairy effect, I'm pretty sure that's correct. 2100 and 1400 defense. That also seems correct. You can set this card from your hand to your spell and trap card zone as a spell. During your opponent's turn, if this set card in the spell and trap card zone is destroyed and sent to your graveyard, special summon it. If this card special summoned during your opponent's turn, you can destroy one face-up card your opponent controls. So let me just stare at this for a second to really try to get my bearings on the effect. You can set it from your hand to your spell and trap card zone as a spell. That is fine. I don't really think that a distinction needs to be made on whether you set it as a spell or a trap because you put it face down, like whatever. During your opponent's turn, if this set card in the spell and trap card zone is destroyed into the graveyard, special summon it. So it would have to be their turn and they pop it. So that's why people pop shit on the end phase because they don't want. So I'm going to say the line that says during your opponent's turn, if this set card in the field is destroyed into the graveyard, special summon it. That sounds correct because I know people do end phase, double cyclone, end phase, like artifact ignition to pop the back row. That way, if they happen to hit an artifact Moralltach, it doesn't summon itself, it doesn't do, you know, all of its nonsense. And then the other part that says if this card is special summoned during your opponent's turn, you can destroy one face of monster your opponent controls. That makes sense because you activate Sanctum when they go to attack, you summon this guy and he pops. You can destroy one face-up card your opponent controls. Also, he definitely doesn't destroy face-down. That will make your Gaia unplayable. So that you got that right.
They would have to deal. They would have to deal with spell books and artifacts popping all their.
And there, it would be too much. Yep. It would actually just be too much. So he does destroy face-up. I think it's face-up, and he doesn't target. And I don't think you put anything about targeting. If you can destroy one face-up card, yeah, you didn't put anything about targeting. So yeah, he doesn't target. That's what makes him broken. 2100 attack is correct. The defense, I think the defense is 14, and I feel like the Beagle attack, the red one, the attack is 14, and maybe his defense is like 22 or something like that. Like he has a different defense. But I think that these stats, I think everything about this card looks correct to me. I'm gonna be honest. You can send this card from your hand, spell and trap card zone. I think this is real. I think it's a fairy. Yeah, I think this is real. I think this is real. That's my final answer. 5-star light. Yeah, I don't see anything wrong with it.
All right, so we're locking in real card. Final answer.
Yeah, if you change the defense again, bitch, I'll hurt you. That's all I can say on YouTube. I'll hurt you if you change the defense again. I don't think that you're gonna keep changing the defense anyway, because that would just be like boring. But I think that this is real. Final answer.
Frazier, you are correct.
Oh my god.
Artifact Moralltach is completely unchanged.
Yes.
As we see here.
We're positive. We're 4-3.
Another fun note to make. When you were talking about the attack and defense of this card and Beagle Tech, their attack and defense is actually mirrored and flipped.
Yeah.
Beagle Tech is 14 attack and 21 defense. So this is the sword, Beagle Tech is the shield.
Right.
Summon him in defense, summon this in attack.
Perfect.
So yes, this card is completely unchanged. This is an accurate and real Yu-Gi-Oh card.
Okay, thank God. We're now 4-3.
Winning the first card in half format and positive.
Yeah.
4 for 3. Looking pretty good for you, but it only gets harder from here.
Oh God. Well, the modern is going to be impossible. I think all modern cards are a mistake. So there's no. You might as well just O2 me from modern. But let's keep going.
All right, hat number 2.
Bujintei Susanowo. Yep, rank 4 light. So all of them are that Beast Warrior exceeds effect. 2 level 4 Beast Warrior monsters. This card can attack all monsters your opponent controls once each. Yep, that sounds right, because Jeff Jones famously did the whole hand wave thing with Honest against Kevin Silva. Check out that clip if you haven't seen it. But I do know he just summons, like, I think he summons this thing, and he just waves his hand across with Honest and OTKs him. So this card can attack all monsters your opponent controls once each. Once per turn, you can detach one Exceeds material from this card, take one Bujin monster from your deck, and either add it to your hand or send it to the graveyard. You can only control one Susano. The attack stat looks good. The defense, I really don't know, but I'm not even going to worry about that. The only part that I'm really concerned about is the attach one Exceeds material from this card, take one Bujin monster from your deck, and either add it to your hand or send it to the graveyard. I guess that makes sense. I'm thinking about, okay, I had to think about this. How does Bujin play as a deck? Their whole thing is they put these annoying ass monsters in the graveyard that make it where you can't target Yamato or you can't destroy Yamato or whatever. So this guy basically says you could either like search Yamato blatantly, or you can send something to the graveyard to give him protection. And that seems like it's perfectly in theme. Now, the one thing I'll say, there's multiple Bujin Exceeds monsters. There's Amaterasu, there's this guy. I want to say that I hate doing this, but I almost feel like this is just a correct card. Like I don't think this is wrong, but hold on. One of them protects itself. I swore.
So you think it's Susano that protects himself?
Yeah, I'm starting to get this weird feeling like the whole detach and exceeds from this card, take one Bujin. That seems broken as fuck for this thing to do that too. I feel like he shouldn't be able to go summon.
It can ultimate conducto the entire field plus Rhoda.
Yeah, like
that's what you're concerned about.
Yeah, because I feel like Amaterasu is supposed to do something too, and I can't think of that. I'm going to say that I think you spliced this card. I think that you fucking gave this card Amaterasu's effect for that detach part. I really don't think that that's his. I don't think Susano detaches and takes a Bujin card from the deck.
I'm transposing cards? That's what you're saying? I'm taking the effect from another card?
After what you did to Gyaku Gire Panda to start this off, I cannot put anything past you, brother. I cannot put anything past you. This is a hard one.
It's an interesting line of thinking because you know what some of the Bujin cards do.
I do.
So you're like, I don't think the effect is on this one. I actually think it's on another one, and you took that effect onto it.
Yeah, I don't know why I have this weird feeling like the Bujin Exceeds monster has protection built into it. Like, I know he attacks everybody. That part is right. I swore that he did something where he protected your monsters. I'm going to say that his detach effect is wrong.
Okay. So the detach effect you're saying is not real, and it's possibly some kind of protection effect instead. Something along those lines.
Yeah. I'm thinking if I'm confusing this with a Constellar, there's a... Fuck, man. This is what happens when you haven't played with cards in 10 years, because these are 10-year-old cards now. God, this is good. This is really good, because I feel like this Exceeds monster is way too broken, though. Just like... just the way you have this written, I feel like...
too strong.
I feel like this is way too much. I'm going to say that once return detach effect is false. I think it's false.
Okay, final answer?
Final answer. It's false.
Frazier. The Bujins, they don't only play Kaiser Coliseum. They do have a Rhoda on a rank 4 monster.
Oh.
However, this card would be broken if it was completely generic to Beast Warriors. In fact, you can only make this XYZ monster with 2 level 4 Bujins, not just 2 level 4 Beast Warriors, which in fact most Bujin monsters are, such as Teki, whatever his name is, and Yamato.
Okay, that is you know what? Fair enough. I accept my loss on that one, because if you could make this with 2 bears or a bear and whatever, like the Brotherhood of Fire Fist dudes, this would actually just be not okay in general. Like,
just a generic trample for Beast Warriors.
Yeah, generic attack everybody. Like, that would be really, really good. Okay, all right, fair enough. I got that one wrong, and I definitely did start to overthink it with the whole protection effect. I think that is a Constellar monster, or maybe a Satellar Knight, but I think it's a Constellar monster. Yeah, I want to say it's a Constellar.
I believe there's a Bujin XYZ that mills 5 on summon that I think has a protection effect.
Okay.
That you might be thinking of.
Yeah. All right. Well, fair enough.
I think that's the one you're speaking of. So half format, one for one.
Yeah.
You missed one, but you got one.
Yeah.
So we're maintaining an even win rate now. So that 50% is there.
No, I'll say
it's
this.
Time.
There ain't no fucking way, bro.
For the real challenge.
There is no way I'm gonna. Modern is so foreign to me. Let's see. See what you got.
We're gonna start off with some word spaghetti.
Oh my god. All right. So remember when I said, guys, earlier, like all modern cards seem fake to me? I can't even read this. It is so... Do you have a way of making that bigger? I'm not even joking. That text...
Yeah, it is a little small. I can see about making it bigger.
All right. So you made it bigger for me, thank God, because there was no world where
His old man eyes, it had too many lines of text. It was a little too...
Yeah. I will say this card is a mess to me. Like, I hate...
Let's start with the name. Let's start from the top.
Hold on.
Where are we at?
Because I got to get this out. I don't particularly care for shitting on modern Yu-Gi-Oh! But I have to be honest, this is the reason why the game is low-key kind of dying. Because why does this have a book of text on it? Why? The stars are going across the fucking page. Like, it's an Exceeds monster, and the rank is going across the card. Like, it's just... it's too much going on. Yeah, it's too much going on. So I'm going to start there. 2 level 12 monsters is OD, like, and that's probably not even the craziest part. Let me read the effect. So it's a fiend, it's an Exceeds, it's an effect. Super Starslayer TY-PHON Sky Crisis. It's a dark, and apparently I think that's level 12. I'm not even going to try to count that. I think that's level 12. So
it is rank 12. Yep.
Yeah, rank 12. Sorry. It is rank 12. During the turn or turn after, your opponent special summoned 2 or more monsters from the extra deck. You can also exceed summon this card by using 1 monster you control with the highest attack. Your choice if tied. Transfer its materials to this card. If you do, you cannot normal or special summon monsters for the rest of this turn. While this exceeds summon monsters on the field, neither player can activate the effects of monsters with 3,000 or more attack. Once per turn, you can detach material from this card, return a monster from the field to the hand. 2,900 over 2,900. Okay, so let me go through the basics. So Exceeds monsters have ranks, not levels. So there's that. And those are not stars. Those are, I mean, they're stars, but That's rank. So that's its rank 12. The part where it says 2 level 12 monsters to make it, that also makes sense because it's a rank 12 Xyz. So those things seem right. Now in terms of the typing, it looks like a machine. This does not look like a fiend. The only part of this card, because I've never seen this card before, or if I've seen it, I've never read it. The only part of this card that I can honestly say is like wrong is that it's a fiend. This just looks like a machine. Like, I would be like, why would it, if that's not a machine, I don't know what a machine is anymore in modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, what are machines? If this isn't a machine, what are machines now? Like, I'm scared to see what an actual machine looks like if this is not a machine. The effect, though, it reads really weird. I don't like that during the turn or the turn after, your opponent special summon 2 or more monsters from the extra deck. You can also exceed some of this card by using one monster you control with the highest attack. Your choice of tie transfers materials to this card. That whole part, either somebody at Konami was having a stroke when they like wrote that, or you just were typing whatever you wanted to in that space. I don't really think that you would do that either. That first line seems off. I'm going to say, God, the fiend part just sticks out to me so much because I'm staring at the card. I don't even know where its fucking head is.
Now the only
like, where is this thing's head? Like, I'm like, where's its head, bro?
Here, let me give you a little help with the head. It's right here.
Sure.
Right here.
That's not a head, but okay, let's just go with that. Sure. It doesn't. Nothing about this says
I will
fiend.
say, to try to give you some assistance.
Yeah, please, because it's modern, bro.
Some assistance.
Have mercy, it's modern.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Has a notorious history of giving types to monsters that don't really represent the image that well.
Like, okay, but it clearly
so
has
for example, you know, in some ways, you could be looking at certain monsters in Edison format and be like, that's not this type. I mean, look at the card. It's literally not that type.
I mean, Bryonic is called, you know, Dragon of the Ice Barrier, right? And he's
and it's a sea serpent.
It's a sea serpent. So, but Bryonic, you can look at Bryonic and see a sea serpent. When I look at this, I see a machine. Now I get you're trying to give me some, you're trying to help me out. I see a machine. I can't change that part. I see a machine, bro. Obviously, I would never be able to guess if the name is wrong. So I would hope to God that you didn't change the name, because there's no way. Like, all you could put their names as anything. You can put that as Madolce, Pudding Dude, and I'll be like, sure. Like, I don't fucking know the name of anything. Fiend, Xyz effect, all of that makes sense. 2 level 12s. It is a 12-star rank thing. The only thing I could say that might be wrong is that first line just seems so randomly bad the way it's written. Like, it's just written. The first line is written so bad. It gives me what's that one card called that was written so bad that, like, you reveal a card in your hand and you reveal a card in your deck.
You're talking about
Small World.
Small World.
Yeah, that card is written so fucking poorly that the first line of this card gives me vibes of that. But then it says, while this exceeds summon monsters on the field, neither player can activate the effects of monsters with 3,000 or more attack. Once per turn, you can detach material from this card, return. It would need to do something that detaches. So it would need to do something. So there's this detach effect at the end. It says return something from the field to the hand. It's actually
targeting, by the way.
Yeah, it's actually impossible for me to. Again, the modern part of this series, guys, is always going to be a meme. It's honestly just going to be kind of shitting on modern because this card seems so egregious. This card seems so egregious. I'm going to say the part of this that I think is wrong. Why does it say during the turn or the turn after? I think that's wrong. I think that first line is wrong. That's my final answer. That's all I got.
If you had your best guess, what do you think that line is going to say if it is wrong?
During the turn after your opponent special summon 2 or more monsters from the extra deck. Because, like, why would it say during the turn? Like, how am I summoning this during their turn? Like, that, first of all, I'm scared if you're able to do stuff like that now. If Modern allows you to put something like this on the field in the middle of your opponent's turn, I already think that's too much.
Do you want to maybe consider the fact that your opponent could be specialing from the extra deck during your turn?
Oh, is that a thing too? See, that's, yo, and the Yu-Gi-Oh that I play, what you just said is fucking blasphemous. Like, we don't have stuff like that. We have Starlight, we have Starlight Road at best. At best we have Starlight Road. Now in Tengu we get Formula Synchron, but in Edison we have Starlight Road at best. So yeah, you're right. In Modern, people can summon on everybody's turn. They can start doing shit on everybody's turn. I hate this. I give up. I don't even care anymore. Fuck this card. Fuck it all. It's a real card. I'm just gonna say it's a real card now. I'm just gonna say it's a real card because it's so bad.
It's a real card now.
Just a real card. It's just a real card. It's egregious. Yeah, it's a real card. I don't care. I'm done.
Frazier, anytime that Modern Yu-Gi-Oh comes up on your YouTube, in the public space, the people are always asking for you to come back. They want to see another Frazier Smith run at a YCS in 2025.
It's not gonna happen.
And perhaps you would do well because this, in fact, is a real card.
Sure.
Completely unchanged.
Sure.
Unmodified. You're an expert of the field. You're currently positive right now, and we're in the Modern round.
Yeah. Well, okay, I'll say this.
One more card to go.
Thank you so much, Dango. You are going to have to help me on the Modern part because there's no world. Bro, this is not a fiend. I can't get over that. I gotta move on because if I don't move on, I'm gonna pick this card apart. I'm telling you. And why does it have so many fucking dashes in the name? Anyway, get this off my screen.
The last and final card, Modern format. You're guaranteed to get your 50%, but how badly do you want that?
I want to win.
Grade?
I want to just like win. I want to get sick. I want to be, what is it? I want to be 6-4. So let's see if we can do it.
Final card coming your way.
Okay, now this one I can say I have seen it. Bystial monsters, I've seen a couple of them. Now I can't say I know their effects perfectly, but I have seen this. I know it's a dragon. Bystial Magnamhut, that's his name, I think. 6 stars, that seems right. I don't remember him being more than that. 2500 attack, because that's egregious. A 6-star monster having 2500 attack, that is a DD Crow, and it special summons itself. Ridiculous. I'll read the effect. You can target one light or dark monster in either graveyard, banish it, and if you do, special summon this card from your hand. I think that's wrong immediately. I swore your opponent had to have. I swore that these Bystial monsters required your opponents that have a light or dark monster in the graveyard to special summon them, not you. I feel like these will be way more broken if you can do them off of yourself, but let's just continue. You can target one light or dark monster in either graveyard, vanish it, and if you do, special summon this card from your hand. This is a quick effect if your opponent controls a card. If this card is special summon, you can activate this effect during the phase of this turn, add one dragon monster from your deck or graveyard to your hand, except Bystial Magnamhut. You can only use each effect once per turn, 2500, 2000. Have nothing to say about the stats. I do think 2500 is correct. The defense, whatever. Dragon, it is a dragon. I think that the part of this that is wrong, I do not think that you can target light or dark in either graveyard. I could be misremembering the entire Bystial archetype, but I swore it was like you can target a light or dark monster in your opponent's graveyard because I know people were using it as a DD Crow that then special summoned itself that then like did more, and I was like, these cards are nonsense. These are some of the most nonsense hand traps I've ever seen. Like, could you imagine, in all seriousness, could you imagine this in Edison? Value would not even be a deck, bro.
This card by itself searches Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon.
And it banishes value. This will be the most this is egregious. Like, this card is whether the effect is right or wrong and you could target yourself or the opponent, because even if you could target yourself, Lightsworn and Twilight will be insane. This card is nuts. Even if I'm right and you can only target your monster, this card is still nuts. I'm gonna say though, the part of this that is wrong is that first line. I do not think that you can target your own graveyard. That's my final answer.
That's your final answer?
Yep. I don't think you can target either graveyard. And
quick determination from you.
It was. I really quickly read that and I was like, what? I don't recall people being able to do that because I feel like you'd be able to like hand trap your opponent and then also summon Magnamhut and banish your own shit to then get a search on the end phase. Like that just seems too broken to me. Be like, I hand trapped you like Gamma, like side frame Gamma. I think he's light. I think so. But then he banishes himself so he wouldn't be in the graveyard anyway. I don't know. The point I'm trying to make though is, okay, Effect Veiler. I feel like there's no way you can go Effect Veiler your opponent and then because you Effect Veiler them, you can now summon Magnamhut and banish your Effect Veiler and then fuck them up more. Like, I just think that's too much. So that's my answer.
Okay. Frazier, it's been a great journey this video. We've had a lot of highs and lows.
We have. We started off 0-2. Usually you can't top when you go 0-2.
Yeah, usually you can't top, but a 50% win rate, you better hope those tiebreakers are good because unfortunately, you are incorrect.
Oh, shit.
The line of text that you identify as incorrect is in fact accurate. You can target light and darks in either graveyard.
Wow.
However, this card is fake. The effect of this card is modified. The effect of making Bystial Magnamhut a quick effect is conditional upon your opponent controlling a monster,
Oh,
not a card.
Right. The details, the fine details. I mean, fair enough. I have nothing to say. So we're 5-5 officially. I will take it. For the first episode, I will take a 5-5 record, especially going 1-1 in modern. That is like, yeah, but it says, okay, if your opponent controls a monster, not a card. Because I guess if they control the card, that would be a little too, I mean, I can't even say that would be too broken. This fucking card is, that's not even, like, the thing that you changed, I dare say, is not even, like, egregious in modern Yu-Gi-Oh!
This card is at 1 currently.
Oh, wow.
All the good Bystials are at 1 currently. Even though you need to control a monster specifically, not just the card.
Gotcha.
Both Magnamhut and Druid Swarm are both at 1 currently in Modern, because they are great cards.
They are outrageously good cards. So,
yep. On top of the fact that you can banish your own shit.
I can't believe that. I can't believe you can go Effect Veiler them and then use your Veiler to summon Magnamhut. That just seems not fair. Like, these cards are already ridiculous. The stats on these things are ridiculous. The fact that this is a hand trap, the fact that it's a dragon, which is a great type to be, it's dark, a great attribute to be. 6 stars, I don't know if that means anything, but maybe it does. It probably does because it's Yu-Gi-Oh! And then it searches, it replaces itself. Like, I cannot believe that you can do that. So that first line just seemed wrong to me, but I got ahead of myself. This was fun. This was really fun, Stengo. I think you did a great job. I want to say you did a great job gaslighting me for 10 cards straight. And I hope that the viewers like this kind of content because we're going to be putting out more of it. Stengo is going to be so mischievous with the way he does the next set of cards. This is really fun, guys. Let us know what you think about this series in the comments. And
how did you score?
Yes.
You played along as well. How did you score? What was your score at the end of the video?
Yeah, and be honest. Don't lie. Because if you lie in chat, I'm gonna just ignore you. I can tell a liar when I read a comment. I know when someone's lying, bro. If you're in the comment section lying, first of all, you're pathetic. Let's start there. Second of all, I know, I can tell. All right, don't be in the comment section lying. Okay, tell the truth. How many did you get? What was your score at the end? Which ones did you get right? Which ones did you get wrong? Which ones were you like, there's no way I would have ever guessed that? Let us know. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace.
Peace.